So, today, you guys, this over here, you guys, we're making 2 double-walled teapots, and we're going to do a design that I used to do, and I have not done in a very long time. Oh my god, Dragon, how are you today? But a friend of mine who has bought a bunch of work for me over the years sent me a photo of him using a teapot in this style, and I missed it, so we're trying it again. So it's just a round teapot. Nothing crazy, we're using black clay, and we're going to do 2 different hole patterns. One hole pattern is going to be incredibly holy, which is something we haven't done in a long time. And then the other hole pattern is going to be our typical, like, doozy whatchamacallit, you know? I'm doing well. I don't know why I decided to get in here so late. I should have come in here in the morning, and that's okay. That's okay. Ah, this water's too hot. I don't have any colder water. I might have to go get like a pile of snow real quick. Hi everyone. I need to get snow real quick. Give me a second. I didn't have any like fresh, clean water outside of it was in my kettle. So hold on. How do I do this? I'm gonna move you guys see what I'm doing. Okay. Give me a sec. Okay. Hopefully that cools us down and we can do that without being in pain now. Oh, hell yeah. Send pictures if you do. Oh yeah, that's much nicer water. I may have just made it too cold, but that's okay. So we're going to close the top in on this one, so we're going to have to keep this one out pretty far so we can actually get the other one in there and get like an appropriate milliliter capacity. Okay, cool. So when that collar's in, we should have a nice piece. I know, I've given up trying to hide the music right now, so we're just going to kind of live with it. I'm worried that I need to expand this part a little bit, but maybe not. Maybe it's okay. I'm going to expand it out just a little bit, just in case. So we're going to put double-walled lids on these as well. I went and got some wood because I really just wanted to do something. I was feeling very unproductive today, so. Hey, hi. It's one of my students' mugs. She hates it, so she gave it back to me. Which is insane because it's a beautiful mug. And I'm drinking Puer. Body number 1. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 of these today. I was planning on doing 5 originally, and I smacked myself around a little bit because that's the dumbest thing I've said in like a week. Right? She had 3 of them, and she hates all 3. She gave all 3 back to me. I use them as one is a studio cup, and then I keep 2 in my apartment because I really like them. And it's a Yumi glaze fired in my kiln. And it came out so great. It's mainly the color that she doesn't really like, which is, again, insane because it's gorgeous. But okay. I think we're gonna make. I think I told you guys this already, but we are going to be almost exclusively making teapots and double-walled pots for atmospheric firings moving forward. So get ready for just a disgusting amount of teapots this year. Why is this one so much bigger than the other one? Did I just throw the other one really badly? This is a hobby. This is my 3rd day. So if you have any input, advice, let me know, please. I think we made it up to 2 months. I think was our highest amount of time that we've ever been a potter. Fire pot. I gotta remember this. But I think 2 months was our all-time peak in timing. I like to stick around like the 3 to 17 days. That's kind of my sweet spot. I'm not really sure why it's my sweet spot, but it is. I have visited India. I was in Missouri and I was in New Delhi and yeah. You know what? I'm gonna expand this out even more if I can. I really want as much milliliter capacity as I can get. Now, I have not been working in here, so I don't know where any of my tools are. Which means I don't know where my doozy what's it is. So let me poke around for a second. Ah, my doozy what's it. I'm unaware if anybody else knows, but this is the proper terminology for what this object is. So we're looking at just shy of 4 inches. I think we might end up just making one teapot because the first one we started with, I don't like anymore. I think we might turn it into a cup. I didn't throw it very well. It was the first one of the day, and you know, it happens. Oh, this is all reclaim. And I did not wedge it, and it's a mixture of black clay and porcelain. Aki, what kind of notes are you taking? Not to interrupt your note taking. I taught myself. 3 days ago, I decided to reach out to a local potter, and he was kind enough to let me use his space. And yeah, here I am. Very sweet of him to let me be in here. Did not have to do that. Especially because he has very limited wood right now, and he's not charging me to work. So very, very sweet of him to do that. Right? That's what I was thinking too, Dragon. And I just met this guy, so I don't know why he's being so nice to me. He's probably trying to. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he's just a well-intentioned feller. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna turn the first one into a double-walled cup, but we're going to rasp it. I think that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna have one teapot and one cup by the end of this. You know what? It's working. The dude have whatever he wants, you know? I mean, it worked on me, so you're not alone, Dragon. Ouch. That is hot. Okay, so this will be the cup.
Let me see that can. Aluminum, butane, I cannot pronounce that. You have to switch to native deodorant. Native formula has only clean ingredients.
Gotta love a good ad. Does anybody need deodorant? Because I refuse to buy from these people. God, I hate listening to ads so much. I wish I could remember my Spotify password. That's okay. No, that's not attached. These AI prompt questions trying to get me to ask things are the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Can you guys see those as well, or is it just on my end? Because it's literally asking me where you should put your ketchup. or rather, it asked me to ask you guys, where would you put your ketchup? It had nothing to do with pottery, nothing to do with anything else. We're figuring out the essentials of life right here. Fascinating. I'm from the Netherlands. Where are you from? Yeah, it said. It said, where should you put your ketchup? Ask your people, where do you put your ketchup? Either the fridge or the pantry. That was its AI prompt to me. It does that every about 30 seconds, and it gives me a random prompt, and it has nothing to do with anything we've been talking about at all throughout the entire day. It's always some like random thing. Fair. Well, I started growing some lettuce this morning and some nasturtiums, so I can have some wintertime nasturtiums. Very excited. Wow. I don't eat ketchup, so I can't even answer this question myself. This will be ready. Wow. Spot on. I actually don't know if it's tall enough, but I'm just gonna assume it is. It's probably a wrong thing for me to do, but too late. Committed. So at some point this year, we're going to attempt a double-walled square teapot, which has quite a few like issues as far as like getting it to actually work. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. Next thing we need is trim. Trim our innards. Oh my god. Hello, how are you? Oh, what is causing you to be perturbed? I'm doing okay. Kind of stupidly came into the studio today. I should have just kept minding my own business, but it was 40 degrees outside today and it felt like a spring day, so I figured why not come into the studio. Oh my god. Christina, how are you? We're making double-walled teapot, well, a singular double-walled teapot and a double-walled faceted cup. Oh, that's exciting. At what stage are you at right now? Oh. I'm sorry. That's not a fun experience. Annoyingly, I feel like that's probably going to be said more and more in the state of our states. Hell yeah. Send a picture, please. I would love to see it. It is definitely one way to start a conversation. Not a great one, but... Wow. I know, that would have been great. Okay. It's feeling pretty thin. Awesome. Well, I'm excited to see. Do you think this one... Was there something that you were trying to accomplish differently based off of the last one? How dare he? I know, he popped in briefly to one of our lives a while ago, and then I haven't really seen him since then. He keeps saying goodbye whenever we finish the stream. He'll like just pop in for like that one comment. Such a mysterious gentleman. What was the milliliter capacity of the one that you made? Gotcha. Well, I'm very curious to see. Could you do a side-by-side later once it's finished? Oh. Honestly, that makes sense, DJ. Well, the 70 is small. I do like a good 70 milliliter cup teapot every so often, though. So I wear a mask at work, and I have been for like a couple months now, or at least a month. And I'm surprised that people are still surprised I'm wearing one when I'm there. I'm not really sure why they're surprised, but it's very confusing to me. I do. I've been carving wood. I've been doing side projects. I've been making cat toys, and I've been making spoons and forks, and I've been doing a bunch of cool woodworking stuff. I'm gonna make a tea tray for myself. I think I might do that tomorrow. I found a cool piece of wood, but I did cut it for another project today, so I don't know if I can. It's actually gonna be as long as I want it to be for what I want. I want this like really elongated tea tray. So I don't know if it's possible now. But I might have another piece of wood somewhere that will work, but I actually don't know. It went really well. No, it's evening here, like early evening here. Exactly, Aki. I'll send a photo if you remind me, please, Christina. DJ, you can do whatever you want. I can't make one. I'm only a couple days into pottery, so I don't have the skills to make an ashtray, but I'm sure someone else in the chat who's more accomplished than I can make an ashtray for you. I did not dry the rim of the outside enough. Maybe it'll be okay. Oh, hell yeah. Buddy of mine just bought, he just texted me, he just bought a sweat tent thing. It's like a sauna tent you can move. Oh, I'm so excited to go try it out. How top dollar are you talking? Because now you sparked my interest. Because top dollar is different to each person. About pottery, don't do it as a career. You're not gonna make any money. Give up. I don't know. Advice for 22-year-old? I don't know, just try not to work a 9 to 5 if you can. You'll be a lot happier. And drink a lot of tea. Nah, too low for me, sorry. The cheapest thing I make is 50 bucks, and that's a cup. So if you wanted a custom thing, it'd have to be more than that for me. I'd do $50 if it was terracotta, maybe. But not atmospheric. Yeah, I mean, it's a solid point. It's a very solid point, Christina. Okay, do pottery, but don't do atmospheric pottery if you want to make money. Do like production, low fire, mid fire, cone 6. Don't do atmospheric for money. In fact, don't ever do it at all, because if you like it, you'll get a craving for it, and you'll never be happy with a cone 6 or low fire again. So it's never, don't even try it. It's not worth it. That's my advice. Never attempt atmospheric firing unless you have unlimited money. You'll be stuck in a conundrum of your work never being how you want it to be. What? Making baby feet? or stamping baby feet, and then firing them for their person. There. Yeah. If you want an ashtray, I will do $100. But if you want it from me and you want it atmospherically fired, you're gonna have to wait until late March, early April. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And I take 100% payment up front, and I would take it on Venmo. Oh, here's another good one. If you ever do pottery, if you do a commission, either 50% up front or 100% up front. Never, never, and I mean never, take a commission and then get paid afterward. There's only one thing that you can never trust, and that's people paying for something they commission. Yes, people change their mind every single time because they're like, oh, this isn't the shade of blue that I asked for. It's like, well, don't go to me. Don't go to an atmospheric potter. You told me the glaze you wanted. I did the glaze. I did it in the spot of the kiln that produced as close to the results as you want. What do you want from me here? Also, DJ, message me on Instagram where you live and stuff, because the 100 doesn't factor in shipping and things like that. Yeah, most people do not pay first. And they refuse to, or they're like, try to send you a check or pay on PayPal or Zelle. And it ends up being, they go against they try to backcharge you, or whatever it's called. My brain's farting a little bit, you know. Okay, so add $16 to that visit, and I'll break even on the shipping. It's going to cost me about $16.50 to ship to California for an ashtray. Yeah, so why don't we talk closer to April? Thanks, David. Well, I mean, not close to April. Let's make the commission in January, February next month. But what I would like you to do on Instagram, I would like you to send me a drawing of the general shape, size, things of that nature, and then a color preference from any of the posts that I've done in the past, and then we can try to figure out how to get it close to that. That is what I would like from you at this moment. I don't need any money at this exact moment. I just want those things first. So usually we flip our tops over, but we're gonna have to coil in a gallery here. But what I'm gonna do first, before I do that, is make an opening for the spouts.
How was your workout? Great. But now I'm hungry. You're tired. Can you order in? Why order pricey takeout? We've got healthy choices. Steamer's grilled chicken.
Sounds good.
Broccoli Alfredo.
Appreciate it.
Simply Steamer's grilled chicken and
Yeah.
broccoli Alfredo is a delicious and satisfying meal with 28 grams of protein, nothing artificial. The tray and tray steam technology delivers creamy Alfredo sauce, crisp broccoli, and tender grilled chicken. Healthy choice, but having it all tastes like. Oops, and for mojito.
These ads don't feel very directed towards me. Where's the direct advertisement? I don't gamble, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I don't need any of these, like, all these things that they're advertising today are not relevant to me. You know what I mean? I don't know. I've never shipped to Hawaii, but I'll tell you, if you outside of the country, a lot of times I used to ship a ton to Australia. I used to ship to Hong Kong a bunch, and that was about $35. But that was a couple of years ago, so I don't know what the price is now. Mostly mugs and things like that, and double wall cups. Just the same. I mean, literally, I only make a few different things. I make teapots and double wall pots, and most of the time I was shipping to Australia was teapots and cups. Clarity, I'm happy to at the very end. That's true. I know it's a double-edged sword. I am happy that they aren't spying on me, at least on the plays music. One of the 3 phones that we use while we stream every time we're in here. So I really wanted to put a back handle on this when I was kind of like thinking about it, but I didn't realize how big these were going to be for some reason. So we might put a top handle. Here's the thing, top handles just aren't as functional as a back handle or a side handle. So I get here, this is what I'm getting at. Would you guys prefer a side handle, or would you prefer a back handle for this teapot? I don't want to go over the top. Anything you want. I mean, it doesn't have to be for hot liquids. I mean, it's a cup. Anything you want to put in a cup, it can be used in a cup. I use all mine for tea. It's starting to rain, but well, but remember, you're not. This isn't the milliliter capacity; it's the inside. So, all said and done, after this thing shrinks, well, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be a 2-person teapot. It's probably gonna hold around 300 milliliters. So, all right, I'd side handle this. I'd also, and this is a weird one, but I contemplate putting on a square handle to this that tapers. So it's like a tapered side handle, but that's rasped. Would that be weird? I've never done that before, and I've definitely never done it on a circular teapot before, so it might be kind of interesting, right? I think 300 is like, it's a great 2-person teapot size. Now, again, this doesn't even need a handle because it's double walled, but one thing I have found over the years of making double walled pottery is that people gravitate towards the handled work because it's familiar and it's accessible because of the familiarity. And so if you don't have it, it's harder to sell because people don't understand the concept. Okay, awesome. I'm glad you're on board, David. Oh, interesting. I was originally going to go taper out, but functionally it makes sense to have it wider here and taper in. Obviously, I'll show you guys what I just did once we're all clean. Also, for those over on Facebook, and if you're wondering who I've been talking to, we also stream over on YouTube. And the Facebook camera rotates between TikTok and Facebook now. That's weird. That's not what I expected to happen. Oh, my nail. Oh. I was wondering what this line was, and I forgot that I had nails right now. That makes a lot of sense. No, I think people should use my stuff for whatever they feel like. I know someone who bought a big Unomi when I was making like massive ones. Everybody was asking for big ones. I obliged. No one bought any of them, so this guy did, and he uses it for miso soup. He does not drink tea out of it whatsoever. I did first, David, but functionally it makes more sense to have one taper outward. Taper in, yes. So it gets smaller here, bigger out. Sounds good, because it's already there. If you buy it right now, I'll send you a little freebie as well. I'm not sure what that freebie is, but I don't really have many pots lying around, but maybe a teapot. You have a cute little teapot. Check this out. I'll grind it for you. But check this little bird out that I made. I don't know if I ever showed anybody this. Look how cute this is. It's a cone 6-pack bird. It really ran, so I have to grind the bottom so it's not sharp. But isn't that cute? Right? Right? Alright, that's done. I'm going to give that a torch, then I'm going to go... So again, this is going to get a double-walled lid as well. So, thanks. What do we need to do next? Probably fuse this together. So, the biggest issue of a double-walled teapot is this, what we're doing right now. Because a lot of the time, when it's drying, it expands and breaks apart, which means you leak. And it's very frustrating, and there's no way to patch it because you can't get inside there to do so. So this is probably the most important part of the entire build. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually cut it up higher than normal, so I could do it closer and not have to worry about pushing it in as far. I don't know if that was, you could tell that or not, but. Sounds good. I think there's also a double-walled bowl. I think I only have like 3 things left on my website. I think one's a double-walled bowl, which, again, actually, I'll knock $10 off of the double-walled bowl if he buys it during the live. Which would pretty much cover for your, well, I'll knock $14 off of it, and that will cover your shipping. So you get it essentially free shipping. Well, I can't look at your DM until I get off the live anyway. There's no way for me to look at it, because I have, all my other phones are in use, and my phone that plays music isn't linked to my social medias anymore.
Member Week is here for pros at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off hundreds of items from tools and paints, kitchen and bath, and more. Just in time to stock up for this year's job. Plus, earn 5 times the points on an eligible purchase. Shop member deals in-store and online from January 8th through the 14th. Still not a member? Join for free today. Lowe's. We help, you save. Point was your subject to exclusions and more not supply.
So what I'm trying to do right here is just push it in just slightly, but not by much. So essentially that circle that I just circled is going to be where we poke out our holes. But we're going to let that set up for a second, just dry it out for a sec. Do we need this on here anymore? No. Sounds good. Actually, I'm gonna have this one sit upside down for a bit, help it dry. Also look at the marbling. Can you guys see the porcelain in there? That's the white mixed in with the black clay. I did not wedge this well at all. I'm not caring so much about that. Okay, so this will be a cup. I don't want to turn into a teapot. I don't have the mental fortitude to do 2 double-walled teapots tonight. Plus, I did a really bad job throwing it in significantly smaller with the same amount of clay, which means there should be a bunch of clay there to rasp it. So, I think we'll do like an octagonal rasping job, maybe. I don't really know. Or maybe we'll just do it in 3, kind of a little pyramid-y look. We can dream, can't we? Actually, I kind of like it not rasped. It's kind of a cool cup. It's like a wine goblet. What are we thinking about this? Thoughts, concerns, hatred, love? Do we rasp it? Do we leave it? I'll defer to your guys' expertise. So you want me to rasp it? Or do you mean the scraping sound of that? I'm happy to rasp. I've never made a double wall rasped anything before, I don't think. So. I do need to poke a hole in it though before I do this next thing. Oh, I didn't sign this one either. Thanks. Appreciate it. Okay. Let me just poke a single hole in it. We can reassess our thoughts. There's a few minutes when we get to this point. So, next thing we need to do is make a lid, and a spout. Now this lid is going to be double walled, like I said before. And I want to think about that for a second, because originally I was going to just make a patty to attach the lid on, but I'm realizing I could do something different this time. Okay, cool. I have an idea to make a new gallery system. Would this work? I think this would work. Okay, cool. I just came up with a new way to make a lid. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I'm psyched. Let's see if it works. I don't know why it wouldn't. And yeah, it was mostly because I was burning myself years ago. I was making Gaiwan and Shibori Dashi, and I was burning myself constantly. And so I started making double wall pots specifically to get rid of the issue with how I hold my teaware, and decided to just kind of pursue it because it's really fun. It's a huge challenge. I find that with single walled vessels, I don't focus in on them as much. Single wall teapot's different, but like a single wall cup, I don't pay as much attention to as a double wall cup. And I like the dedication and kind of commitment to that one piece that I really give a lot of thought to versus just kind of producing a bunch of cups. So it just gives me a little bit more concentration. We need a chunk of that for later. How did I used to make double wall lids? Okay, I remember now. It's interesting too, glass double-walled teaware is pretty common, but outside of that, you don't really see much double-walled stuff. But then you think about everybody uses thermoses. Everybody uses their those, what are they, like the things they drink their big drinks out of, their big coffees out of, and those are all double-walled. So it's the same thing, but no one questions though for some reason. They always question the double-walled pottery, and I haven't quite figured that one out. I guess that's just good marketing on their part. Okay, so we can make this super flat, because we don't need the inside this time. So that's dead on, which is not what we want. We want them past dead on. And then we also want it curved down. Well, downward curve is always good. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Sometime this year, we 100% will do that. I was already kind of contemplating how I would do it. That one definitely needs a handle because when you double wall it, I'm pretty sure the interior and exterior will almost be touching, which means they're not going to really separate the heat out. So that'll just be more like a fun experiment than anything. Okay, now we're in a good spot. Now I'm going to just bend this side over. You can probably see what I'm doing now. What's up, James? This is going to be another year of a teapot. We did teapot experimentation year 2 years ago, and then last year I don't even know what we were doing last year, but we're going back to the experimentation. Good. No complaints. Nice to be in the studio today, you know? What's new with you? Too big.
Every playoff moment feels bigger. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Pandora. That's code Pandora to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-8-OPEN-Y or text OPEN-Y. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over in most states.
Okay. So now, an issue that I've always run into is that when you bring this part down, this part always flares out. So we want to bring this in. And then this is too tall, but we'll deal with that in a little bit. Because I don't remember my Spotify password, so we're listening to Pandora. I do not have YouTube Premium either now. Nope. Don't have. I mean, maybe no. You have to pay for Apple Music, don't you? Okay. So, when you look inside, it has that rim there. So what we're going to do is trim all this down super flat, cut this part down, and then we're going to make a fat patty that goes underneath it. It speeds up the process so we can do this all in one sitting. But let's see if this even fits properly. Here's our teapot at the moment. And it's just a shy too big, which is great. We can trim that down. But we're almost there. Okay, so let's put this to the side for a second. I'm gonna make a spout next, and then we're gonna trim the inside of that and go from there. So we're gonna make a pretty long spout, because it's a bigger teapot. And I want some options. I'm gonna say something you guys probably have not heard me say in a very long time. But I'm like kind of excited for dinner tonight. I have a bag of peas and some hummus. Living the life out here. But I'm like really excited for my bag of peas and hummus. Hell yeah. I'll torch the butt of this teapot for a second. It's feeling really soft. At this rate, I'm not going to be able to actually finish this. So let me. That's not going to do anything if I poke out a hole there. I need to poke out a hole in the bottom. Oh, shoot. Yes, you can find me either place, Anita, or on Instagram. But I usually live stream on TikTok and on YouTube, and then I have been going on Facebook a little bit more. Nah, you're good. I can barely type myself. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, what are we doing now? We got trim the lid, which is the first part of the lid. And then we will trim the next part of the lid once we've made it. We've not made it yet. Oh my god. We were having a full conversation about you hot stuff earlier on. We usually do interpretive dance here, and we're working on a new masterpiece inspired by the moonlight sky of 1843. It was a particular beautiful night that day. If you'd like to have any input, Prof, you're welcome to. I said 1843. I meant 1847. Sorry. It's based off of the Mariah Mitchell comet that was discovered that day. If you're interested. Oh my god. Nothing would get me more excited than a sub for interpretive dancing. So, be honest. Are you DJ?
Of course, my phone is freaking out again. Why are you still messing with that phone? Man, I could never trust that. Bro, you know you can go to T-Mobile and get a Samsung on them, and they'll even take that phone. Even though it's like really broken. Yeah, it's in condition. It's time for an upgrade. Get a Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus on us when you trade in your old phone.
The DG, I mean?
Even that one. Only at T-Mobile.
Okay, alright.
Don't miss the beat with Pandora Plus.
Nothing?
Ad-free
Nothing?
unlimited
Don't worry about it.
replays, and offline listening.
What do you think of my ads? Since your respect money ran out, I couldn't afford paying for premium anymore, so we're back to ads. essentially made a flat plane, so we might. Oh my God, Prof. All right, we'll have to pay for premium again. So good to me. So sweet, so beautiful, so supple. How have you been? Happy New Year. Oh. Why is that? It's kind of the season to be for most, it seems. Let me see what this is. Incredibly respectable. All the respect. Can't have any excuse about ads after this video. Okay. Oh God, that's thin. Okay. Okay. I totally know what I'm doing here, guys. Totally know what I'm doing. Luckily, we're gonna add texture to this later, so it'll hide all my mistakes. And there's only collectively 7 people around, so no one get to see what I did there. So now we have this cool disc. So we're gonna make a now patty that connects to this, which will also have the flange. It's gonna be not rasped, this one, but we're gonna texturize it with this and then with our tool. You sure did, Prof. Well, you weren't called an alcoholic, you were implied to be an alcoholic. What am I doing next? Like the 4th day, right? Actually, I have no idea what day it is. Hey, you do you, man. I'm not judging anybody. It is incredibly involved. It's a weird amount of work. I used to do double-walled. I used to also make double-walled spouts. So the whole teapot was double-walled. I don't know if you guys have been around long enough for that. It's the 9th today? Alright. What day of the week is it? That one I'm genuinely curious about. Okay. Thank you, Prof. Friday. Okay. cool with that. So we're gonna make this fat patty here. You can see why I've kind of stopped doing double walled lids with you guys. It's like as much work as the actual teapot. And no one cares. I don't like, I mean, that's not true. I've sold every single double walled pot that's had a double walled lid that I've tried to sell. So maybe I should make more of these. I have no idea. Do you know how many? How many? How many muscles are in your hand? Because I'm pretty sure it's only mostly tendon, right? Oh my god, prof. That was good. Okay, so before I attach this, I have to poke out all the holes and do all the texturizing stuff. I usually torch it because the clay has been misbehaving and it just kind of like gets it going, riled up and stuff. That's really the only real purpose for torching it. So we're gonna do so the podcast is gonna happen still, but what I'm thinking right now is having an AI assistant talk to me, because I've realized now trying to make a couple episodes that if I don't have someone to be kind of bouncing questions off of, the podcast only will last 5 minutes. But if I have someone to, even if it's a robot, talk to me at the same time or respond to what I'm saying, there, dragon, I will be able to kind of like have a longer format. So that's where we're at with that. And I'm now just trying to figure out which AI model I like the most. I was on the bank, a call the other day with the bank, and they used a really, really seamless AI model. Oh, I could. We certainly could do that. Maybe I'll take turns having conversations. People on the Discord, we can have conversations about stuff. But I did have a really nice conversation with a robot the other day, like one of the better ones I've had. And the AI model is called Freya. And I don't know if I can actually use it or not, but if we don't do the Discord thing, then maybe I'll try to see if I can use Freya. The only thing I didn't like about that one is that when I would ask it what AI model it was, it would just keep being like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. AI? We're not talking about AI right now. That kind of annoyed me, that it wouldn't admit that it was AI itself. So. Yeah, double walled lids. Lot of work. We also have to do that book with everybody's eye color compared to glaze, which I've also not forgotten about, but we not done that yet. But I do think that would be a very cool coffee table book. Okay. There, Aki. Yeah, there's a lot of things we're working on. They're just, you know, moving at a snail's pace. Thanks. You know what? I think that's what's doing it for me right now as far as like putting me to sleep. Hold on. We're gonna switch to Ella Fitzgerald real quick. I can't do that. I was wondering why I was about to like pass out. I was too concentrating on the lid and I couldn't put that together in my brain. Oh, you know it. There is a small chance we may have to take like a break before we can finish this teapot. Because I need to let this set up more organically. I'm gonna hit it with a torch a little bit, but it's kind of cool, right? So what we can do right now is trim the bodies of the teapot and the cup. And maybe attach the spout. I guess theoretically you could do maybe the handle too. Yo! Oh, just enjoying the teapot. We're doing a singular double wall teapot and a double wall cup. How are you? What's new? What's happening? I don't know if you've heard this style of interpretive dancing, but it's called eurythmy. It's really cool. I learned it in my Waldorf school. Oh, I bet. Was it a good day at least, hopefully? Hell yeah. As you should. Do you have to work this weekend at all?
Lowe's knows you want products that work as hard as you do. Start every paint job strong. New Pro Block primers, expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Pro Block primers are built for dependable adhesion, reliable stain blocking, and a virtually flawless finish with air without hard outcomes. Start strong, finish strong. Pro Block primers. Pick up the new Pro Block primers today at Lowe's.
Fair. Well, hopefully you get into something good in the garage. Hell yeah. What are you going to put on it? Oh, that's awesome. I love that. I'm gonna have to get rid of a lot of these throwing lines to get off the weight that I want. I mean, why not? I think a lot of people use my matcha bowls for cereal bowls and ice cream and soup. Cool. That'd be lovely. Well, hopefully you'll share them. Very curious to see. Oh yeah, no rush, but I really appreciate you doing that. It's very sweet of you. Okay, let's go with film. I feel like this is gonna be too heavy. It's fine. You know what, Barbara? I had camellia blossoms in the greenhouse today for tea. I screwed this up. All right, I need to go. Um, I don't like this aesthetically at all. So I just need to, instead of me smashing it right now in front of you guys, I need to like go sit down for a sec and just contemplate it. I think I need to take this in more. When I add texture to it, I think it'll be fine. But at the moment, I'm not thrilled with the shape, because I liked what it looked like with the throwing lines, but it was too heavy. So I think I need to just take a break for a second. Otherwise, I'm gonna just break this teapot. So I'm gonna go sit, have a cup of tea, and I'll be back. But not for a bit. Okay, totally fair. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll probably be back. I might not be, but yeah, I need to take a break. Otherwise, I'm gonna get frustrated and destroy this thing. So, all right, bye everyone. Thanks for hanging out.